Hi, I'm Priya Srinivasan. I'm the interim co-CEO at MAV, and I'm also heading up the Diasporas festival and platform. So I'm really delighted that we could actually have an intervention in Bendigo to think about how we can deal with colonial artifacts, colonial buildings, such as the Mining Exchange, which really have a long and deep and very problematic history. One of our strategies for how we imagined the takeover was to actually bring together community leaders, young artists of colour, First Nations artists and leaders in really like a consultative process. We enabled artists to come and choose how they wanted to be represented, to lead the process themselves. So we're very pleased that we were able to actually gather a team of incredible leaders who took over the space and did fantastic work, from film explorations, dance, music, theatre, weaving, working with cloth and fabric, artistic installations of different kinds. We had artists take over little nooks and crannies that will call on the building itself in a different kind of way, to thinking about memory and how do we create futures in which we, people of colour, First Nations people, can become part of the building history itself. And what we would love is, how can we actually enable artists to take away a feeling of empowerment, to lead themselves, to not be led, because that is often what is expected, to be a good migrant, to be a good refugee, to be a good minority. So we really want to empower people to speak up when required, but speak in non-violent methods so that they can be heard, but also be assertive in the process. One of the key takeaways we want for audiences is to understand what it's like to be in an immersive space, to not objectify other cultural practices as something so different from ourselves, that they're not separate, that we're all actually in this together and we're neighbouring one another. And what can we do to actually become allies towards supporting each other's work, each other's lives, each other's processes, and of course for First Nations and for people of colour audiences to feel proud that they can actually claim these spaces and see artists and support them, but really building these connections intra-culturally and interculturally is really important.